Ibrahim Traoré, where it started, before the world knew his name. He was just a young man growing up in a country facing challenges. Ibrahim Traoré was born in Burkina Faso. Like many around him, he lived in a place where stability wasn't guaranteed, where opportunities could feel limited, and the future uncertain. What shapes a person in a place like that? Choosing the military. At some point, he made a decision to join the military, not just as a career, but as a path, a way to serve, a way to be part of something larger than himself. What do you learn when your role is tied to protecting a nation? What he learned. Through his time in the military, he gained discipline, structure, and leadership under pressure, but also a closer view of the realities on the ground. The challenges, the frustrations. What happens when you understand both the system and its limits? The moment everything changed. Then came a moment that changed everything. In 2022, a shift in power took place, and suddenly, he was no longer just part of the system. He was leading it. Can someone truly be ready for that kind of responsibility? Before the changes, before this, the country was already facing instability, security concerns, and growing frustration. People wanted change, something different. What does change look like when people have waited too long? The presence. Since taking power, one thing people have noticed is how he presents himself in interviews, in public appearances. He often appears in military attire, maintaining the image of a soldier, even as a leader. For some, that represents something important. A leader who remains close to the reality of the people and the system he came from. Because around the world, many leaders make decisions that affect lives without ever being close to the consequences. So it raises a question. Should a leader be willing to stand where their people stand and face what they face? Or is leadership meant to remain at a distance? The changes. Since then, decisions have been made to shift direction. Some see strength, others see uncertainty, because every major move comes with both progress and risk. When does change begin to show results? The ups and downs. The reality is there are both. Support, criticism, hope, doubt. Because leadership isn't just about action, it's about outcomes. And those take time. Can you measure success while the story is still unfolding, still being written? This story isn't finished. It's still being written right now. And like many moments in history, it won't be understood immediately. Because history doesn't always tell you what's right. Sometimes it just shows you what happened. Not every leader leads the same, but every decision has a cost. There is more to this story than what we covered here. This is just an exposure mini-documentary. The rest is up to you to explore, research, and understand. Follow for more stories that connect us. Drop where you're watching from. What do you think this moment represents?